Maybe this spring break I'll actually make this video count, but I don't have a lot of faith in it. So today is Friday. It's April 18th, and I'm on spring break. Officially currently on spring break, and I don't have to go back until Monday the 28th. And I don't want to over plan it. I feel like I have a tendency to, when there are breaks, I'll over plan my breaks. But I want to let you know some stuff that I'm going to be doing and show you kind of what I'm reading. I do have like a goal in mind, but there's a few things that I have to read. There's no way I'm going to reach the goal unless all I do over break is read, and that's not what I plan on doing. I do have a couple things officially in the works. So I have WrestleMania on Sunday evening. We're having friends over for that. I have plans to take myself to see Pride and Prejudice on Tuesday for a matinee. I have trivia on Thursday night, and I have a movie. We're watching Revenge of the Sith is back in theaters on that last Saturday. So like it's a busy week, right? It also happens to be like the last week of college for this semester of grad school. You're shaky. Maybe I should put you down somewhere. I'll finish. Let me find somewhere else to put you real quick. Is that better? Are you more stable now? One of us should be. But let me show you what I'm like tentatively gonna read. Some of these are a little bit more serious than others. I'm gonna start with the most serious and then kind of go from there. I have to read The Succeeders. This is for grad school. This is how big it is. I have to finish this by Thursday because that's when the forum opens. Reminder, this is how big this is, and this is basically someone's research, like dissertation that I have to read, and it's about like first gen students and the pressures to be like the one that makes it. And it's interesting so far, but I didn't realize we only had 2 weeks to read it instead of the 3 weeks we normally get. So that's on me for being an idiot. And this isn't something I can just like listen to on an audiobook. I really need to like physically read this so I can take notes to make sure I have stuff to say in the forum. I don't think it'll be a problem, but I am a little nervous about how much of that I need to read in the next few days. Um, I need to read chapters 11, 12, and 13 in Frankenstein. This is just a random copy I have here. I have a copy that I'm annotating with my class because we're reading it, and I'm not going to assign them something that I wouldn't do myself. Honestly, it's going to be very hard to not finish Frankenstein this week because I love the book so much. And the kids have been doing a really good job with it. They seem to be interested enough in the plot to like keep going. And 11, 12, and 13 is where you start getting the creature's perspective and what happened to him after he was abandoned by Victor Frankenstein. So hopefully they'll read it. They'll do the assignment. If they don't, I'm going to read it, take enough notes to give them like a really quick rundown of those chapters, and then we'll start back on the 28th and finish it out that week. But I have to read those to catch up with everything. I'm currently also reading The Buffalo Hunter. I don't have the jacket on because the jacket doesn't fit the book good. It's like loose, and I hate it. But I'm only a couple chapters into this, and it's interesting so far, but I do have that on audiobook, so I'll probably make that an audiobook read. This one hits the buzzword for April, which is animal. I started Tell the Wolves I'm Home, and it's good, and I'll probably pick that back up, but it's not high on my priority list right now. I know I can pick it up later, so that's not in this stack. I also have a graphic novel of Macbeth. We read this with my AP kids, and we did it with theater, but I wanted to see how closely aligned the graphic novel is so I can use it for students next year as kind of like a way to visualize stuff if they're not visual readers. Like I'm a visual reader. I can picture it happening. Even with Shakespeare, normally I can follow the action, but some kids might struggle, so you have the graphic novel to help them out. I was also given this book by one of my coworkers. It's called The Silent Companion. I'm just going to read what it's about because we had talked about it. When newly widowed Elise is sent to see out her pregnancy at her late husband's crumbling country estate, what greets her is far from the life of luxury she expected when she married the young heir just weeks before. With her new servants resentful and the local villagers actively hostile, Elise has only her husband's awkward cousin for company, or so she thinks. Inside her new home lies a locked door, beyond which is a painted wooden figure, a silent companion that bears a striking resemblance to Elise herself. The residents of the bridge are terrified of the figure, but Elise tries to shrug this off as a simple superstition. That is until she notices the figure's eyes following her. I think it's like a thriller, kind of like And so we were talking about it at one of the trivia nights, and she brought it for me to read. So I'm going to go ahead and prioritize that. I also have to finish reading and annotating Lord of the Flies, and I have to finish reading and annotating Frankenstein, no, Fahrenheit 451, because those are the last two books I haven't read for my AP Lit kids. Obviously all that's unrealistic. That's not happening. Not with 1 week, and again having to read this entire thing. So I'm a little disappointed in myself for that, but to be fair, I thought I had more time. I don't have time. And I'm not in a great mood. I got some news at school yesterday that I'm not going to be necessarily continuing as the theater teacher. And I'm just kind of bummed out, like in a numb way. Like I'd like to be sad about it, but I'm just kind of, I expected it, I guess. So it's not that sad, but it's hard to get my brain back into like excited mode. So I'm going to try to find some joy over the next few days. I'll probably do a Lego set. I'm going to probably go buy some books, make myself feel better. And I did find out my sister is having a little girl, so I'm going to get some yarn so I can go ahead and start on a blanket for the baby. And read books for grad school, apparently. And we'll see if this vlog ever sees the light of day, because I definitely filmed one last year, never posted it. But to my credit, last April sucked. And by the end of the month, I was just miserable. So this is already the end of the month, so we should be good. If you're wanting an update, here it is. It's now Saturday morning, April 19th, and I have finished this much of my book. I've got about halfway into my grad school stuff, and I'm pretty confident I know what I'm doing for like the analytical like final thing. And I'm gonna try to get another chapter read before we have a party to go to tonight. We have a birthday party to go to. And then I've been listening to, as I clean the house in anticipation for people coming over tomorrow for Easter and for WrestleMania, I've been listening to Buffalo Hunter Hunter, and I've gotten this far, this little bit. So that's how much more I have to go. But it is really good. I think I actually kind of like it better on audiobook. It's written very old. Like I think Stephen Graham Jones did a good job mimicking sort of the old style people would have written in their diaries and stuff. And I don't know, maybe it's easier to follow with writing some of the stuff that's going on. But it is a story about a preacher in 1912, because I actually just mentioned this Titanic passing reference. But it's a preacher in 1912 who's met this Native American man, and he's very mysterious and kind of cloaked and hiding from the sun, and he's telling his story. He's basically revealed he's a vampire, and the preacher's like, I'm sure he had to do what it took to survive. This is not a thing that's real. He's like making excuses for why the guy saying, and then I bit his throat and sucked all of the blood out of his body. The preacher is like, and in the strange way the Native Americans speak of things, I'm sure he meant. It's just very funny to me. I'm wondering if like the reveal at the end, because it's a framed narrative of like the ancestor of this person, they found the journal on a wall and they contacted her and she started reading it. She hears like a noise before she starts reading. I'm wondering if the reveal is going to be that the pastor is now a vampire and has come to kind of get her to stop it, or possibly good stab, the Native American man is around. He's like, we gotta end this. This can't get out. I don't know. But I'm gonna put a pause on that and read a little bit more of the Succeeders to get some more notes for grad school. Like I would love to take you with me places. Oh, we'll vlog the locations. I haven't been anywhere. Done anything. I just sit on my couch and like watch aesthetic videos on YouTube, so my brain can turn off and I can actually read these books. But maybe there'll be something interesting tomorrow for WrestleMania. I don't know. And there's hockey tomorrow. Like the Canes are in the playoffs, so I have Easter and hockey and WrestleMania, all before I really officially start spring break on Monday. It's crazy stuff. I've got wet hair. Let's not worry about it. It is currently 9:27 on Easter Sunday. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, Nemo. I have the Six Seaters nearby. I did not read any more of it yesterday, so I'm going to try to get 2 chapters done before I have to start cooking for lunch. And then I'm probably going to read it through the playoff game because the Hurricanes play today at 3 p.m. and I hope that they feel the energy of Easter and beat the devil. But if they don't, it's the playoffs. We got 7 games. But I hope they will. But anyway, I've got that, and then we'll have WrestleMania this evening, and we have people over for that, so I don't feel comfortable like reading. Like I don't really need to do that while there are people over. There's cat hair on my coffee. I wonder who did that, Tim. He's like, I don't know, I didn't do it. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna do. I had this idea though to work on a Lego set. I was gonna do the set that Gina got me for my birthday. That's a pink typewriter, because that would be cool. That's Pepper, by the way. But I just don't have time to do it today. Maybe tomorrow. Or like Wednesday or Thursday. It's supposed to be bad weather. But in that like summer way, there's bad weather where like it might thunderstorm. But a rainy day would be great to do a Lego set and kind of a year of Tortured Poets Department. It's also been a year today since I saw Hozier live. That was so nice. That was a good concert. Anyway, I'm gonna start reading now because I've got about it's 9 something I said. Yeah, it's 9:30. I've got about 2 hours before I need to put the ham in. So let's see if I can get this done. I have every belief that instead of watching this game, I'm gonna fall asleep on this couch because I just ate so much food. But I have my fingers crossed that I will not fall asleep and I'll instead watch this. I was gonna bring a book and read during like commercials and during the 2 intermissions, but I that's not happening. I have to give it to myself. I do have only about I have the conclusion section and I have half of the last official chapter of my grad school book, but I feel comfortable with the amount that I've read, so I think I'm good. But anyway, they're gonna get the national anthems out of the way, and then I am going to watch this great game and hope that they'll win. It is literally always Adam Lee Decker. It is always Adam Lee Decker singing this. I mean, he sings the crap out of it, so. I'm just waiting for Red. Let's go. I think we're in black today. Yay, they said red. The thing about breaks is I always feel like I'm wasting my time. I have to remind myself that not doing something is also doing something when it's a break. So today, I think I might make a Lego set. And I'm definitely going to read more of this, even if it means reading it, audiobook, physically, whatever. It's Monday. Stephen also has off, but he's doing yard work today. It's very pretty today. It's one of the few days this week that doesn't have like a 40 to 50% chance of rain. So, I don't really have anything I need to clean up in the house. I can just do Legos. So I may do that. Otherwise, I don't want to make a lot of plans. I know this is like super entertaining, but like I'm having a great time. So. Actually, it's done. I can take that out. You can technically put one of these on it, but I don't like those, so I'm gonna make something else for that at some point. So fun. Alright. Also got about halfway through Buffalo Hunter. Funny enough, the entry that just started, he's like, this will probably be my last entry. And I'm like, Bestie, we have a whole half of a book. So it's not, I promise. Let's see. Where are we? Yeah. That's how much more book I have left. It's my last entry. Girl. I've got bad news. And it's not lost on me that technically the book is taking place this week that I'm currently in. Spooky. Anyway, I'm going to listen to that a little bit. I might crochet some because I need to start a blanket for my niece while I have time to, because it's going to take me a while. So if I don't get started, it's not going to get done. But this felt good. This felt like I accomplished something today. So might make another one later this week because I have like quite a few sets left from Christmas I haven't done yet. So we'll see. You'd think at some point I'd invest in a hairdryer. So here's the fit for today. I've got my wide leg jeans on. Can you guess that I'm going to see Pride and Prejudice? I just like to give people mixed signals. So it's currently 7:30. I'm going to go ahead and head to town because by the time I get there and figure out breakfast, everything will be open anyway. The movie is at noon, so I figure I probably could get David's out of the way before the movie. Maybe after. I don't know. It's not going to be a very, like, shopping trip day, obviously, because the big thing is the main event. It's the movie. I toyed around with the idea of going to the Easter tournament today, and I still might, but the game for my high school that I teach at is at the same time as, like, the hockey game, playoff hockey. So I would have to, like, watch hockey on my phone, which is fine. I've done it before. I did finish Buffalo Hunter last night. I like this. I gave it 5 stars because I really enjoyed it. It was very reminiscent of The Only Good Indians, where you have something that's kind of seeking revenge, but you don't realize that for most of the novel. It's really kind of like, how does vampire mythology work within this Native American community? And you're seeing it through the viewpoint of, again, a modern day woman reading a journal her, like, great whatever grandfather wrote and kind of deciphering it out. So he's talking to the vampire one-on-one, and then you get her much later after it's finished, and she's like, well, fuck. And then there's a whole ending section that I didn't expect, and that's where it really reminds me of The Only Good Indians. But it also had a little bit of an element of Frankenstein, too, with, like, this thing that isn't quite human, trying to teach a lesson to something that should have learned that lesson already. Like, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man, you know? But it's got some silliness to it. I kept picturing it, especially the ending. If you've read it, you know, as like a movie, and how many people would be like laughing in the theater with what was happening instead of like feeling bad or scared. I really think this could be a fun one to adapt at some point. If not a movie, like a mini series would be good. But I did finish it. I mostly listened to audiobook, but I did read the last part like physically because it was just quicker that way. I don't know that I'm going to read anything on the way to town today. I guess I could, but none of the other books I need to read have audiobooks besides Frankenstein, and Frankenstein I need to read physically because I'm annotating it for class. So, like, it's a lose-lose kind of. I do still have the Macbeth graphic novel, and I have the Silent Companions, but once again, Macbeth, reading that one audio is not going to help me because it's a graphic novel, and the Silent Companions I could not find anywhere. You can't check it out through any library. So I don't know where that leaves me as far as what I want to read. I'm kind of stuck with that because I also can't read Lord of the Flies and Fahrenheit 451 audio because they have to be annotated for class, and 6 seaters, has to be annotated for class, which I'm almost done with that. I will finish that one during the playoff game tonight. Like I will lock in and get that done. And then that'll be 2 books read. I did see that there's a Renee Watson book on Libby. Or is it Libro FM? Libro FM has it. And it's technically like 2 hours audiobook at like 1.3 speed. It's written in verse. And that could be cool because I'm always looking for good novels in verse to recommend for people in my classes. So I might listen to that one today. It feels bad to like deviate from my TBR, but also my TBR really wasn't set in stone either. Anyway, it's 7:30. I need to make some decisions about things. So one idea I had was taking myself to breakfast because I don't get to just like enjoy the morning time that much. During the school year, my breakfast usually consists of maybe a bowl of cereal or grits or maybe a bagel and peppermint tea, iced coffee on Fridays to treat myself. But I could go to First Watch and have like a nice breakfast. And they're probably not busy because it's a Tuesday morning. I think Nimoy agrees that that's a good idea. Oh, I gotta get cat food too. So I gotta like make an errand run while I'm on my like treat yourself day situation. Let me go figure out what he's barking at. I'm pretty sure it's my cats that are like blood feud. Also, I had a moment last night where I was very sad, and I had to talk about the theater stuff with the theater people. Like I was at a theater meeting, and I didn't cry about it. I was a big girl, and then something happened after that that like kind of showed me perspective of why you freak out about things when like this other little thing matters more. So I don't know. I'm in a better headspace, I think, this morning. Finishing a book will do that too. Like finishing a book will do that. He also hinted about another book in the acknowledgments. If you don't read Stephen Graham Jones' acknowledgments, you should, because they're very funny. And he always has this really sweet thing to his wife at the very end where he kind of credits her for everything. But he mentioned like Angel of Indian Lake kind of like took him out of how to write a book, and he had to like relearn with this one and one that's coming soon. And I'm like, what's coming soon, Stephen? What's coming next? But I really like this one. So, I mean, I'm not rushing this one. If you didn't pick this up as a pre-order, I highly recommend it. It was very good. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll give you an update if I decide to go somewhere fun for breakfast. Otherwise, Duncan is literally like on the road on the way and never fails me. Well, I'm sufficiently full from breakfast. I was reading. I have 10 incantations of, oh gosh, I don't know the full title, but I barely started it, so that's like 4% done. I have that on my Kindle, but I barely started reading it and they had the food out. I'm like, well, I don't really need to read while I eat. But it was really good food. I went to PetSmart. There are a bunch of puppies at PetSmart today, and there's a bunch of adoptable kittens. They were very cute, but I resisted. I bought filters for their water, and then I bought a soft case because I was kind of like pet shamed at the vet for putting my cat in a hard case with no blanket. And I'm like, yeah, but she'd like pee on it. And I'm like, maybe she wouldn't if she was comfortable. So I'll get her a soft case. We'll see what happens. It also folds up really nice, so it actually probably wouldn't be the worst to have that. Anyway, I'm now going to head to, well, like, nowhere's open. That's the problem. It's only 9:20, and the movie isn't until 12, but, like, David's doesn't open until 11, so I might have to go to David's after the movie. Decisions. But I did bring stuff to read, so, like, if I have to, I'll sit in a parking lot and read for a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to try to, like, get to Barnes & Noble before they open and just wait for them to open at 10, so that's the only update. And I never record myself eating because I don't know, I have a weird thing about that. Like, you don't, what do you need to see me eating for? That's weird. But just, it was good. It was avocado toast, no notes. It was fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna get over there to Barnes & Noble. I'm trying to like figure out mentally and spatially where I need to go. I gotta turn the AC on because it's hot. I was thinking maybe I don't need to go to Barnes & Noble. They don't have anything currently, like, going on, right? Like, there's no kind of rewards in place. There's no kind of extra special sales or anything. So, like, do I need anything right now? I think I've got all copies of the books recently that I want. Like, I could always get another penguin cloth bound. That's not a problem. But, like, do I want to go all the way over there and wait 10 more minutes for the store to open? just for one book. Who am I? Who is this? Maybe I will. Cause like I could go ahead to like Michael's. Michael's is open, and get yarn for my niece's blanket. And then I'm just like really early for the movie. I've got like 2 hours to kill. And again, at 11, David's opens. Man, I don't know if I timed everything very well today. Like, not like I have anything better to do. Like I said, I can sit in the parking lot and read, like all else fails. But yeah, maybe. Okay. Are you enjoying this? Are you having fun? I'm having fun, despite what my decision-making skills here. I'm enjoying this, but I'm enjoying it more than the decisions I'd have to be making if I was currently in, like, starting second period. So, off to a much better start to my Tuesday morning. Oh no. I fucked up. Ignore the country music in the back of this video, but like, you know, obviously these are the found classics. This is a new one they're doing. Like, and I've got Pride and Prejudice. And then they've got these that are like the flowers. And those go all the way up here. Right? They're cute. I've got Frankenstein. Dracula's nice. They've got these, the Chilterns, and those are really expensive. I'll eventually get those. What the fuck are these ugly ass things? What are these ugly ass? They're ugly as shit. Look at them all together. Who wants that on their shelf? It's fucking ugly. Ugh. Oh, The Awakening. I love you, but like, that's ugly. I don't want that. I want more of these. The two ladies I was behind in Michael's had zero sense of awareness. They were just like in the door, in the way, and I'm like, please move. There's other people. I was very tempted by many things in the spring shop, but ultimately just decided to get the yarn I needed for the blanket. They had the perfect like pink gradient that I'm gonna use. And then it's 11:15 now, so I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and go to the theater, so I can like get there early enough so I feel okay about it. Because I think if I tried to go back up Arlington and go to David's, I would just confuse myself. I'll have time to go after the movie if I want to. I just don't want to have to feel rushed. But it's been a good day so far. I've definitely spent more money than I wanted to, and probably should have, considering it's Earth Day. But here we are. So, heading to the movie theater, and then I don't know how early they'll let me in, so I might just have to sit in the lounge and read a book, which, oh no. And in hindsight, I wish I brought one of my like books I needed to annotate, but it is what it is. It truly is what it is.
A story from StoryCorps, a nonprofit that collects and shares the wisdom of everyday Americans for future generations. Check it out.
Nice. Y'all, I love that movie. That movie's so good. There are only like 6 of us in the theater because it was the noon showing, and now everybody's here, so I think everybody's doing like the Tuesday stimulus movie matinee, which is kind of why I did it. It was cheaper. And I'm really glad I went alone. It was nice to kind of just enjoy it. We all kind of giggled at the jokes and everything, but it was just, I love that movie so much. I don't like thinking about the fact that it's been 20 years since I was in 8th grade when it came out, but anyway, it's currently 2:30. I think I'm gonna try to go to David's. It doesn't look miserable. If it was bad weather already, I would go ahead home, and I can tell like the peripheral, like the edges of the horizon are not like fantastic looking, but I think I can swing a trip to David's before I have to go home. So anyway, I'm so glad I did this. I needed that. Oh my god, I pulled up and thought they were closed. There's no one in the parking lot. I had to remind myself it's a Tuesday afternoon at like 2:40. So of course no one's here. It is kind of like, I guess you can't tell, but like it's that kind of hazy it gets in the summer right before a big storm, where it's like the sky and the clouds are one big thing, but it's not like dark. I'm also nervous now that when I leave here, when I take a right, I pass by a high school. And I don't know what time they get out of school, so I might Google that while I'm in David's. Let's see right now if I've got anything in my trunk that I can use for credit. I don't think I do, but maybe we'll be surprised. Unfortunately, I believe I may have walked out with just as many books as I walked in with. Oh, and this girl's bringing a bunch of books right now. Oh no. Oh no, this girl's bringing a huge tub in. Like she's moving out of a dorm or an apartment. Girl. I found some good books though. I'll show y'all later because it's hot and I want to go home. Like I said, I can tell the weather is getting iffy even though it's not like raining yet. So I'm just getting to my house, read some homework because I do still have homework to read. Yay. I thought I restrained myself pretty well today, and then I got like all these books home, and I'm like, maybe I didn't. So, I'm home now. It's 5 something. I still got my watch on night mode. It's 5:30. The storms that are like on the way are actually pretty bad. There's like hail and stuff. Usually they're not that severe. And I don't know if it's going to hit here. It's still kind of scattered, but the ones that are hitting in like the middle of the state, that'll be here probably about an hour or two. Not great. So we're going to hope I don't lose power tonight. And hopefully those things blow over really quick for everybody. Let me show you what I got. They got me a David's, man. It's something about that like new arrivals section where it's just kind of chaotically all these genres together. But I want to show you what I got from Barnes & Noble first. I got another of the tiny penguin cloth bounds. This one had little ducks on it. It's cute. It's Arthur Conan Doyle, The Adventure of the Blue Carbuncle. I don't know anything about it. And man, these things are printed awful. God, that is already coming apart. Okay, well, anyway, I got it for the collection now because I didn't have any blues. So I've got a blue book now. I also got Fire Exit, which I had heard about, like, briefly. And it was in, like, the clearance section. So that was nice. Now, David's. David's, I ended up spending, I want to say, $11 because I had, like, only a little bit of store credit. And I walked in, and I walked out with about as many as I walked in with. I think these are the first and second book in a series because it's clearly about the same girl, but I can't for the life of me figure out which one is which. But it's Chuck Palahniuk, and it's Damned and Doomed, and it's about like a high schooler and like the devil and haunting and afterlife stuff. And so, I mean, that could be interesting. This is cool. It's the Radium Girls. I'd been looking for a copy of this to put in my classroom library in case there was anyone interested in it, but I'll probably read it for fun because that's a niche interest. And so it's about the women who like painted the things with radium at a time when people didn't realize how poisonous radium was, and that was the way we did glow in the dark stuff. So that's pretty cool. I found. I'll show you this one next. I was trying to figure out which one to show you next, but I'll do this one next. So I haven't seen Sinners. I want to. I saw the ads and wanted to see it. I've seen all the TikToks now, and I definitely want to see it. And it was showing in the movie theater day. I really could have gone straight from Pride and Prejudice to Sinners, but I didn't. But I have been getting TikToks that are like books to read if you liked Sinners, and like all of them are calling to me specifically by my full government name, and I'm like, yeah, that is something I want to read. And it just so happened that this is one of the ones that was recommended. It's Zora Neale Hurston, who wrote Their Eyes Are Watching God. It's Tell My Horse, Voodoo, and Life in Haiti and Jamaica. And so this was on one of the recommendeds, and I happened to recognize it on the shelf. This also, funny enough, matches like 2 other Zora Neale Hurston books I have. So this must have been like a run of books for her. I don't know anything about this one, but the art, like I saw this first, and the art compelled me, and this is what it looks like. And it's called Mosquito Land, and it's about a girl whose parents get divorced. She moves in with her dad, but then she finds out her mom is sick, so she moves back to Ohio. But like while she's on the Greyhound bus, she meets a lot of people, and so it's kind of like a coming of age, quirky thing. I'm sure it'll be a lot more heartbreaking than it looks now, but I just really, that cover got me. So, and I haven't heard anything about it. I probably won't read it anytime soon, but. And the last thing I got at David's was another edition of Christmas Carol, because I needed that. But this is the manuscript edition, so it's the original page manuscript with the text from the book, which is pretty cool. So that's what I got. I also got an Owl Crate box today, so I figured I could open that. I will not show me cutting it open on the screen. If you hear stuff in the background, it's Steven trying desperately to get some yard work done before the storms come in. Alright, oh gosh, I can't remember what the theme of this box was, but it's probably like the last box I'm going to get. I have not been satisfied with owl crates recently, and their books aren't interesting to me anymore. I am signed up for like the horror quarterly subscription, but I don't know when we're supposed to get our first one for that. Ew. A travel cube set? What the heck is a travel cube? Oh! Oh, it's like you put your stuff in it. And it's 2 of these. But I don't... They're Reapers. I don't recognize that. Maybe it's Scythe. I haven't read that series. But anyway, they like pop open. You can unzip them and put your stuff in here and store it. But they also apparently are collapsible. That's neat. That's a different one. It looks like this might be an umbrella. Is that an umbrella? It is an umbrella. There's an umbrella. The circus arrives without warning. It's a night circus umbrella. I'm not going to open it in here. Like, no, open it. But it looks like it's going to be... It's going to have some designs and stuff on it. Mostly black and white because the night circus is a mostly black and white thing. I maybe need to reread that one. Because I remember being, like, disappointed it wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. That should be wrapped that way. Why is it wrapped backwards? That's dumb. Oh, no. Okay. I fixed it. I'm good. I haven't read it in, like, 10 years. I wonder if I actually like it. Because I remember being not, like, infatuated with it when it came out. And I read it over the summer one year. But I remember being like, is that it? Because everybody was so, like... hype about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm reimagining the history of my history with that book. Ooh, there's tea. Plated potable spiced chocolate tea. Oh, okay. Black tea, cinnamon, ginger, natural vanilla flavor, cocoa nibs, cloves, natural chocolate flavor, natural cinnamon flavor, and gold sugar pearls. Oh, fun. Yeah, there's a little gold pearl in there. That's neat. I don't know if that'll taste like it says. Tea always says it's going to taste a certain way, then it just tastes like that. They're doing enchanted elixirs this year. Are you enjoying this unboxing? You can't even see the box. And this one is for the Hurricane Wars, which I have not read. It's cool though. I thought Rapunzel. It says, Fire of my blood, son of my soul. Okay. It's a really cool design, though. It's, like, multiple layered. Like, the purple and... I don't know how to explain it. Purple and gold is at the very back. And then, like, the white is on the front. I wonder if that glows in the dark. It looks like it would glow in the dark. I can't test that out now. It is clearly daytime. I think there's something else before the book. What are you? You are a rose with thorns. Pretty thing capable of protecting itself. And it has snaps on it. So... the problem with... this isn't the problem with Owlcrate, but one of the problems with Owlcrate is how they don't include the, like, spoiler card thing anymore because they're cutting down on recycling stuff. And it just means that you don't know where anything's from unless you scan the box. Just send me an email. Like, when you like, send me the notice that you shipped it, just automatically send an email with that in there. It feels like it's a tray, by the way. But again, I don't know where it's from because I had to open the thing. It's cute, but it's going to be a trinket dish in here. And then the reason I did get this one, I skipped like the last like 3 times, was it's Fable for the End of the World. And so it's got the girls on it. It's very different from the actual cover. You don't have to play with that. I want to do more than just survive, and there's a little shed in the back. I guess I'll open it and get the plastic off of here. We're trying to save on waste, but you still cover your books in plastic. Get with Lego, because Lego is using paper bags and, like, recyclable bags for their stuff now. Like, we gotta get the times. And you can't say one thing and, like, let's just commit to it. I am bitching a lot today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's got sprayed edges. It says the lamb has to die. I believe it has a reversible, yeah, it has a reversible jacket. It's got our 2 ladies. And then we've got, that's cool. I do like that one. The End of the World. And Who Says Prey Can't Become Predator. That's neat. I like it when the naked hardcover has the title still on it. We've got, I'm assuming, plot point. Oh, Plot point. Her eyes are black. I wonder if that's on purpose. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, I don't know anything about the book. Haven't read it yet. It was on my anticipated, and I do have a copy that I pre-ordered that has already come in. So I think she's not real. I think White Hair Girl is some kind of robot or android thing. Anyway, that was the box, and those are the books that I've gotten today. Those are. Give me a second. Oh my God! Can I lift them all? Those are the books I've gotten today. And now I'm gonna go finish the 6-seaters and wait for playoff hockey to start. Full disclosure, I was gonna get up today and make my own breakfast and do homework, grad school stuff. And I'm not ruling some of that out. But it's currently 8:06 and I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I want a Dunkin' latte. Because I didn't do Dunkin' yesterday. I did some hot coffee at First Watch, and it was good. It was very good coffee. And I'm kind of regretting not getting the drink, too. They have, like, juices, and they have a kale thing that's, like, delicious. But I was also thinking I need to get back into making my own iced coffee mix, because I usually do that during the summer, so I don't have to leave the house, but I can still make coffee. So I can't make the iced coffee like right now. Like that takes time to steep. I steep like instant coffee to make the coffee. So I may just go get a Dunkin' latte. I hate having to drive to town to get coffee. There's nowhere in town to get breakfast food. We've got one like southern food place, and I think they've got coffee, but good God. They do have very good cheese biscuits, but if I had a cheese biscuit this morning, I would crash completely and not be able to do anything functionally after that. But then that's it. There's nowhere else to really get anything. The gas stations don't even sell coffee here in town. So, anyway, I'll modify that then. And now I have to decide if I'm gonna do my like combo that I've created, because I don't really like the breakfast food at Dunkin' Donuts, and go to Hardee's instead and get a biscuit combo. I don't know. We'll all be surprised. But my goal for today, because I don't have anything like specifically planned today, and I know the weather is going to be spotty. We had beautiful thunderstorms last night, by the way. Oh my God. No notes. And the Canes won their second game. So we got 2 more, and then we're moving into round 2. I am going to come back here. I'm going to do about an hour and a half on grad school and schoolwork. I need to finish the portfolio for one class, so I'm like making a website, and I basically was at open house last week, like, I'll just do it, don't worry about it, I'll make it. And so I've got like one more page to do in the website, and I need to set up some stuff for the theater class for when we get back, because we're going to do like a mini unit on theater history, but it means making the PowerPoints, so I need to do that. And I think that's it. That's all I really need to do as far as school stuff, but that'll help me feel productive and not feel a lot of weight of pressure when we like for going back, because we do have to eventually do that. As much as yesterday was enjoyable and today is going to be enjoyable, we do have to go back. But after that, there's not much left to do, and I'm like truly here alone today. I know my mom and I are going out tomorrow to do some shopping. It may be another Lego set day. I've got the succulents down there. That's the one that's kind of like calling to me. I also have 2 sets that are like the game Stray with the cat, that are related to that. I've got a book nook, but I think I'm gonna make the book nook kind of a You Survived the School Year celebration in June, and the tuxedo cat definitely has to wait. That one is a big one. I need to wait for that one. I saw some of the new releases that they're going to have for the botanical sets, and none of them are particularly interesting to me. At this point, it's go big or go home. I need to make like the Home Alone house. I need to make the Hocus Pocus cottage. They have a Snow White set at Barnes and Noble right now that is amazing. Like, it's so cool, but there's no way I could do that right now. But anyway, I'm going to do that. And I'll probably listen to whatever the Literally Dead book club was for
March because I just did get it on audiobook because these newer books are hard to check out. I really wish she would go back to doing some like backlog books. Like that was the whole thing, was she wasn't going to make them all new releases. But I know, I think she talked about this in like the yearly announcement, like at the very beginning of the year, about why she was doing so many new releases. But it's so hard to check those out of the library here because everybody's trying to check them out at once. And I'm not going to pre-order a thriller or a mystery because I don't know if I'm going to like it. I usually don't do that. So, but yeah, I'll probably listen to that one because I can finish that in the next few days. So, anyway, let me go get breakfast, I guess.
I just put a timer on TikTok because what do you mean I've been on there for 2 hours today already and it's only like 11 o'clock? I haven't read anything. I haven't read anything. I haven't done any homework. I ate my breakfast. I drank most of my coffee and I've been sitting on the couch on TikTok. Now, am I mad about it? No. There's a very cute dog laying with me right now and everybody's peaceful and enjoying the day. It's turned out to be really pretty. And we'll probably, my mom gets off, it's a half day for her today. I'll probably go over there with Nimoy and let him run around her yard because he doesn't have a yard here really. And I can bring a book then, but like, girl, if I don't go ahead and put a timer on it now, summer is going to be unwieldy. And I'd had to put a timer on it back in the fall because it was really bad. And I realized how much time I was spending on it. I wasn't getting stuff done. And then I took the timer off when we thought we were losing TikTok. But I can't do this. I gotta be productive. Which I don't have to be productive and like I don't feel the need to do something right now. Does that make sense? And yet I do feel the need to do something. But a relaxing something, not like you're not being productive, you're wasting your time. I don't feel like I'm wasting my time. But I may go grab a book. I may go grab a book and read. Because it's still too nice for me to want to do Legos. I don't really want to do Legos if it's nice outside. I might wait for this evening to do that. We'll see. I don't know. But I gotta be off TikTok. I gotta stop being on TikTok. Good morning. It is 7:51 on Thursday. I'm waiting for my mom because we're gonna go do some running around errands and stuff today. But like nothing really opens up till 10, so she's coming at like 8:30. So I'm probably gonna try to read a little bit before we go. So I didn't film a lot yesterday, and I realized that at the end of the day. I was like, well, after the Legos, I didn't really do anything interesting. I sat outside because the sun was out. I was like, dang, I want to sit in the sun like a lizard. And so I took my Kindle because I can read that outside and started reading 10 Incarnations of Rebellion, which I don't believe has come out yet. And I've gotten about 50% through. Like I was rolling through that book. It's very good. It's basically the story of what happened if the British like colonized India and didn't leave, and it's like an alternate 1980s where this girl who is the daughter of a rebel is like seeking a free India and like the kind of things she has to do and lessons she has to learn. There's some Hindu leaning stories with it as well, and again I don't know a lot about Hinduism and the stories and the religion, so I can't vouch for that, but like all of the chapters are bookended with a story from like Hinduism that sort of echo what she's doing. And I've really enjoyed it. The characters are very engaging, and I've read this author before and been kind of like on her stuff, but this one has definitely caught my attention. I'll probably finish it, honestly. Maybe not today because I don't really want to read while I'm out with my mom. But I'll read until I have to go and then charge my Kindle because it's definitely dying. I also called and got insurance on my motorcycle. So that means we can get it inspected and registered now, and I can drive it again. That was nerve-wracking. I would love for my body to understand the difference between a phone call and like fighting for my life. And then I went to TBC and had dinner with my mom last night because Stephen had band practice. So again, didn't really feel like recording stuff. We did, oh man, I really could have recorded part of our trip because we went and walked through the really old cemetery in town. Like I'm talking like 200-year-old cemetery, and it's very cool out there. But there were gnats and mosquitoes, so we didn't stay very long. And then I came home and read. That was it. So today, again, not a lot of recording probably gonna be done, but also not a lot of reading being done today. And that's okay because that means I'm living in the moment and it means I'm enjoying my break. I don't feel the need to put something into every minute of the day, which has been nice. I am feeling a lot more refreshed about going back. I know my kids probably disagree. And then tonight is the last forum for class. So I've got no school after this weekend for grad school until summer classes, but don't worry about those. So anyway, I'm going to take the next 30 minutes. I'm going to read and wait for my mom. So that's it. I'm back. It's now 6 o'clock. I've got trivia in an hour and a half, so we'll probably go a little earlier and just hang out and see if anybody shows up for my team. Typically it's any teachers that go. We do the tired teachers, and so you just are or you aren't participating that week. But last time we did it 2 weeks ago, none of the teachers showed up. It was a really rough day, and so nobody wanted to go out. And so I was on a team with one of my friends, and I thought she was going to come tonight. So, like, okay, well, that's two options. And now she's not going. So, if it's just me, I don't really have a lot of hope and faith in my ability to do well. I do need folks to kind of cover the gaps in my ability. But we'll see. It's supposed to be for fun, but I have been enjoying not being the losing team the last few weeks. Anyway, I read this at Mom's house, 10 Incarnations of Rebellion by the lady who wrote Kakei. I liked it, but I didn't like it for the same reason I had problems with Kakei, because I like Kakei as well, and I like the writing, but she has a very removed way of writing about things. It's not that she's not writing very emotional scenes, but she's writing things where I'm like, but do you know what the emotion is supposed to be for that character? Like, do you know the emotional, not motivation for that character? Because it feels like you think this is what it's supposed to be, but you're not writing that. Like, I feel like I'm describing this really wrong, and I'm discouraging folks from reading it, but I'm not. It really was good. It was very quickly paced. I didn't even mind that the ending wraps up like decently nice considering. Um, it's just, I don't know. It's very clinical sometimes in how it's written. Even like the emotional stuff, like grieving over basically your like soulmate's death, becomes very, this is how it should look for someone to mourn their soulmate's death, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm describing that badly. You should still read the book. Don't actually let my opinion of that stop you from reading it. And I'm reading it as an arc, so I'm not going to start another thing on my ebook or my Kindle right now. I don't think. I don't know. I may change my mind tomorrow. I have multiple more days of spring break. I have 3 more days of spring break. 3 more days of spring break. So actually tomorrow I should probably spend some time doing some school related stuff, but I don't want to. I can't record later tonight, regardless of what I decide to do about joining a team or not, because you can't have your phones during trivia. So you're just gonna have to assume stuff happens tonight. I have the forum that opens up for grad school, so I'll have to like post stuff on that, and that's it. So I might stay up kind of late tonight. So maybe I would do some school stuff tonight so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. It's really the only thing I haven't planned for is the theater class, and my feelings on that are so complicated that I don't even really want to plan for it right now. I did like mentally remind myself today I only technically have 4 more weeks. Me and the kids only technically have 4 more weeks. So I still have some books I need to read. I need to read those 3 chapters of Frankenstein. I need to read more of Lord of the Flies. because I've got to read 2 more books for the AP stuff. But I thought too I'd do like an unboxing. Yay! we got stuff today, and by stuff I mean they have these little critter things and little calico critters at American Eagle, and it was buy one get one half off. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to open it by hand. I think I might have to go get scissors because this is like aggressive plastic. Let's see. Am I going to get? Yeah, I'm going to get scissors. Give me like 2 seconds. So these are supposed to be the baby party series. I'll show you the options. Ooh, wow, that glare is beautiful. This camera quality. So we've got Alice. It's like a little orange tabby cat with, it's holding like a bouquet of flowers maybe. We've got Ryan has a cake. Gabrielle has a little Jack in the Box. Those are cats as well. Jamie is a bunny with a party hat and a rattle. Mia is playing piano. I think Mia would be sick. Robin is holding a balloon. Is also some kind of bear thing. Hey! Sorry, Steven came home, so I was like talking to him. But yeah, we have Mia playing the piano. Robin is a bear or something with a balloon. Lulu is a little gray tabby playing bowling. That's also cute. And Jason has like a little thing here where it's like a horseshoe. I don't really want Jason. There's also a secret critter in a box, but I don't think I'm gonna get that either. So, kind of want Mia, the dog playing piano. Would also settle for any of the cats. But let's see what we got in the first one anyway. Fucking Jason. I just have beef with a guy named Jason. So that's nothing against you, dear. You didn't do anything wrong. But it's Jason and his little horseshoe game. I think he's a bear. I think. He's cute, though. They make these hard to get into. Boy, let me tell you. They got you like Fort Knox. Alright. I've got him out. I mean, he's cute. He's cute. His name's Jason. I'm not going to call you Jason, actually. I refuse. And I'll get your game set up later, because that's cute, but I'm not worried about that right now. Let's open the other one. If it's double Jason, we got problems. Alright, manifest good things for me. Let's go ahead and make sure the little thing is not in the way. Alright, I'm going to take that out. Please be something good. Oh, thank God. It's not double Jason, but this one is Lulu. And she's got her little bowling set. That's very cute. That's adorable. Her little face looks like she needs a bottle, which is a little creepy, but it's fine, girl. It's fine. You do what you need to do. Like, you don't even come with a bottle, but you look like you need to come with a bottle. That's what I'm saying. Oh, she's cute, though. So, anyway, those are adorable. I'll set up their respective party games later. I think I already have one set. Yeah, I have. Give me 1 second. I regrettably don't remember her name, but I got her a while back. She is an icon. She is a moment with her little, like, strawberry shortcake dress. So, anyway, there are my little people. You're so cute. Why couldn't you have been a cat? That would have been perfect. I'm going to exclude you from the cast now. Not to be discriminatory, but I prefer these two. They're so cute. Anyway, that's it. It's not even book-related content. Oh my God. But I guess a lot of this break has been not book-related content. Oh, I saw that Barnes & Noble was doing their pre-order sale. Again, so now I have like a day to figure out, a day. Yeah, I had till tomorrow to figure out if there's any pre-orders I haven't pre-ordered. I think the third in the Little Thieves trilogy is the only one that I haven't pre-ordered out of my pre-order list. But I'll have to I'll have to check what I've ordered versus what's in my pre-order wish list on Barnes & Noble. But I will likely place a Barnes & Noble order tomorrow. Because I hate myself, I guess.
Anyway, I'm going to go read Lord of the Flies for a little while and then go do trivia, and I'll let you know how it goes. Wish me luck, but by the time you see this, events have already happened, so I've either been successful or not. So, good morning. It's Friday, the last day of, come here, of spring break. Anyway, you act like you haven't been cuddling in bed with me for the last, 30 minutes. But let me have my own space. I'm gonna go get breakfast. My breakfast, I'm gonna get a Dunkin' Latte and an order of Munchkins. And then I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna do school-related things. I posted once on the forum last night. I have to do 5 total posts. So if I respond to somebody, possibly 2 somebodies, and post my second original post today, then that means tomorrow I can just do my last post and put the assignment together. I also need to do like a recap slideshow for Frankenstein, because my idea on Monday is to come in like, hey, these are the chapters you were supposed to read. These are the high points that you should have noticed. Moving on, because we don't have time. We just straight up don't have time. And unless I change my mind, we're probably going to do that for quite a few of the chapters in the next few weeks. So I might just do a recap review of all of them. We got a fun email that said YouTube videos have to come from YouTube Education now, because the kids are using their YouTube to watch other stuff too much. And all the teachers yesterday at the trivia were like, they're just going to use their VPNs. Like, these kids are tech savvy in lazy ways. They're gonna have access to YouTube. Also, a lot of them are using their devices. They aren't using school issue Chromebooks. So what do you actually think you're blocking? My other issue is that they said our devices would still be able to watch anything on YouTube, but does that include my TV in the class? Because if my smart TV can't access all of YouTube, what the fuck's the point? Because I can show them stuff. I don't have time to unpack all that. We did do trivia last night. It was the tired teachers. It wasn't like our full group, but nobody had a full group there, which was weird. Like, the team we normally are like always up against, it's like a local team. They were only like, I think 2 or 3 people strong this time, but we came in second. We didn't come in last. There were 4 teams. We didn't come in last, so I'll take it. We were 1 question off from tying with the leaders, and there were like multiple opportunities for us to have done that. I had an answer that was right, and everybody convinced me it was wrong. Steven suggested something, and we're like, no, that can't be it, and it was right. But the last round was so absolutely unhinged. So it was fun. We didn't lose. That's always our goal, is to not lose. So I can't get too mad. Anyway, I still don't feel good, because it's the end of a break. You never feel good at the end of a break. And, but I feel good about the amount of books I've read this week, and that I have rested. It's 8:40 right now. And I just recently got out of bed, so it's nice because I don't sleep in late. And, it's like a treat yourself kind of thing. And I'm trying to not feel guilty for that, because I'm owed rest. Like, I do get to rest my body every now and then. But I'm going to come back here, be productive, get some schoolwork done, because I think the goal is maybe a little after lunch, I will go to my mom's with this one. And we will go run around in the sun and have a good afternoon for as long as we can, because I think it is supposed to get rainy today, but who knows. And there's a hockey game tonight, and I know they're going to be watching it at TBC, but unless I change my mind, I'm probably just going to stay home and do homework instead of going there. I don't know. I'm not letting myself make too many concrete plans for the last 3 days of break. I don't I don't want to feel overscheduled for the last 3 days. Today's reading is really going to be contingent on how long it takes me to do that schoolwork. I may pick up Tell the Wolves I'm Home, because like I said, I did start that one. I just haven't finished it. But I may have to start a book on my Kindle, since I'm reading outside. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what ends up occurring over break. Not that I'm taking you through everything and showing you everything, but I gotta have some secrets. It's Saturday, my dudes. I have to go back to school in 2 days.
Breaks are always so nice until they are not. I started Needy Little Things. The Kindle's fine. I'm not. Actually, the Kindle might not be fine. No, she's fine. I knew I had twisted that way too much yesterday for that to be good for it. I'll put that back on eventually. It doesn't matter. I started Needy Little Things. It's about a girl who can hear the needs of the people around her. I'm sure I requested it as an ARC a while back and forgot that I had it. So, yeah. I don't even remember how to put that in there. I'm gonna cry. Fuck it. Actually, I think I broke it for sure. Anyway, I also read a little bit of this. Tell the Wolves I'm Home. I got that far into it. I read it while I stayed up till midnight to watch the Hurricanes lose in a double overtime. I can't decide if I want people to be fans of hockey or not, because I don't know if I would want people to go through this on purpose. The anxiety of it. I literally watched the last 2 overtimes, like the double overtime. I watched it on mute. I couldn't listen. And read. I was distracted. So, anyway, oh my God, why is my life falling apart? Someone's yelling at the screen right now, like, no, you have to put it in that way. I don't care. I'll figure it out later. I really don't care. I don't know that I'm going to get a lot of reading done today. I actually don't know what I'm doing today. We don't have plans. Besides, I think I'm going to go put on and listen to the new Ghost album and clean my car, because my car is a mess because I haven't cleaned it in a couple weeks. So I think I'm going to go do that and listen to the new album. And then when I finish that, I will be listening to You Are Fatally Invited, because I've been listening to that about a quarter of the way through. Maybe not even that. I mean, it's okay. I think, like I said the other day, it's a retelling of like, And Then There Were None. So, and I may read on my Kindle. I kind of like the Neat Little Things, and it read very quickly. So we'll see. The weather today is supposed to be spotty. Like, it's cloudy right now, but it's not supposed to stay cloudy. It's also one of the few days we don't have plans. So I almost expect one of my friends to reach out and be like, we should do something today. And I'm going to have to decide if I think I can handle doing something when I'm like physically unwell about having to start school back. Decisions. Anyway, let me go read and figure out what the heck to do with this pop socket. Y'all, it's 3:20 and all I've done is fall asleep on the couch. I was really productive. I like cleaned my car and I listened to You're Fatally Invited, and it was just getting good. And Steven got back with our Dunkin' Donuts, and we had Dunkin' Donuts, and he was watching it. It wasn't a boring video, but it was boring for me. And I'm still young. And I just kind of like started leaning back on the couch, and Nimoy was there. And then I woke up, and it was 3 o'clock. So I don't know what else I'm gonna do today. I guess I'll keep reading, but like we didn't plan anything today on purpose. So I don't really want to leave the house at this point. I'm more tired than I was, which is not great, but what a way to end the break. Like, out with a whimper, really.